Here we have Frans Hals, and this is a marriage portrait. Remember just now I was talking about the different ways painters could imitate fabrics so well. The looser, more suggesting style, and then the very precise way of working. Well, in this marriage portrait from 1622, you see Frans Hals is one of the first Dutch painters to have full mastery of this looser style, as well being totally comfortable with a more precise style. He had also good reason to use both styles in his paintings, and I'll tell you why. First, look at the face of this young woman. Beatrix van der Laan was her name. It's painted very finely with great precision. She has a slightly mischievous smile. She's slightly impish in her look. But just look at the hair. It's almost been painted in separate strands, and also the hairs protruding from beneath her bonnet. Hals was also one of the few painters who depicted people laughing, which of course meant that they looked real people of flesh and blood. The woman's rough collar, she was a rich burgomaster's daughter, is also painted with great precision, as are her hands, and look at the wedding ring on her index finger. But then, look at the rest of her clothes, further down on the right. There are a few whitish, lilac-y stripes by her waist, suggesting that her dress is gleaming in the light. And the brush strokes around her elbows suggest that the fabric is creased here. But if you go and stand right up close, then you can see that they're simply brush strokes. And they're not painted very finely. And it's the same with the man. His face has been painted with great precision, as have his collar and his cuffs, but his hat and trousers and his shoes are quite roughly painted. Another nice snippet of information, I think, is that they didn't have the left and the right shoe in those days. No, you simply got a pair of shoes, and as you wore them in, one gradually became the right and the other gradually became the left shoe. Hals could get away with not painting everything in such detail. Let me explain how it works. When you stand in front of the painting, your eyes are immediately drawn to the couple's faces. Those are the most important because they're the first thing you see. The faces catch the light, and they're painted in the most detail. And the other parts of the painting contribute to making the faces stand out. Look at the man's trousers and stockings, for instance. They're almost sketchy, suggesting they're not in the least important. But the most beautiful detail in this painting, well, that's why I love it so much, is the thistle in the bottom left-hand corner and the ivy on the right. Can you see? They're just amazing. They're so roughly painted. It's reminiscent of someone like Goya from the 18th century. It's very modern, considering it's a 17th century painting. It's quite unique. It's great to see these two styles here used together in one painting.